So I did a little thing today. Not really today. My little thing came in the mail today. And as I unbox this with my trusty Leatherman, I will talk about what this is and why it came in the mail. So I'm not anti-speculation or anti-hottest books or anti, most undervalued books on the market kind of people. I follow a lot of you out there. I appreciate what you do for the community, and speculation helps bring value to my collection, helps, in a sense, validate the hobby a little bit. It gives people that aren't purists a reason to kind of get into the hobby, and maybe through speculation they'll want to read, they'll want to be purists and care more about the material. So speculation definitely has its place. It just usually, when I'm watching a speculation video, I'm just watching it for entertainment. It's nothing I take to heart, really, ever, until one video that Journo's Comics and Pop Culture made, and shout out to him. He's one of my favorite YouTubers out there. Go give him a follow if you don't watch him already. But recently he made a like a top 10 undervalued comics out there, and this book was on there. And here in the next couple of weeks, I live about 45 minutes away from Huntsville, Alabama. I'm about 45 minutes southwest of Huntsville. And here in about 2 weeks, if even 2 weeks, they're having their Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. I don't know, it's a long, weird name. It's not just Comic Con. And it's really cool. It's in the South Hall of the Von Braun Center. If you live in the area and you can go to it, it centers around comic books, and they bring in comic book creators and stuff. They don't really do panels, although they might do the occasional panel or so. But they also do video games, and I think there's some anime stuff maybe. I know they set aside an area for like tabletop games. I know vendors sell video games, tons of figures everywhere, but it largely centers around comic books. It's mostly a comic book thing. They bring in the TV actors from the Sci-Fi Channel and professional wrestlers and stuff. It's a great time. And Kevin Eastman is going to be there. And it just perfectly lined up with, I was having the hardest time figuring out what book I wanted to take to Kevin Eastman to get signed. And he's charging $30. Now, take that for what it is, a $30 signature. That might be cheap to some people. It might be expensive for others. It is what it is. However, at $30, I wanted to be a little more thoughtful with what I was taking to Kevin Eastman. I can't afford a TMNT #1, and this book was on Journo's Comics and Pop Culture's like top 10 most undervalued comics. I got it open, good and packaged well. Oh, one more piece of tape here. I'm just so excited. I even landed this book for like 50 cents under what Journo said you could find it for on the market. So I really tried to be diligent in my shopping. I didn't have to, it's not slabbed, obviously. I'm trying to get it signed. It's probably not a 9.8 candidate. I don't really care about that. But it's definitely a mid-grade to a high grade being anything from an 8.0 or above, in my opinion. Blue painter's tape. I'm not a stickler for tape, but when I'm unpacking stuff, it sure does feel nice to be peeling off painter's tape instead of the Scotch Magic tape, which is what I actually use for my collection. Well, it's kind of a conundrum there, that I prefer magic tape when I'm taping my books up, but then when I'm unpacking books from the mail, I like painter's tape. Does that make me a hypocrite? Yeah, not a stickler for packaging. I mean, was the book thrown around? Whatever. So here's the book. You know what? I'm just going to take this out of the bag. So yeah, Kevin Eastman's coming. If you don't know, the creator of the Ninja Turtles And one of my favorite things to do in this hobby, one of my favorite things about this hobby, something that would keep me in this hobby without my friends, because a big thing about this hobby that I just love about this hobby is the social aspect of it, and the fact that me and a couple of my friends kind of got into comic books together. But signatures and meeting creators will probably help keep me in this for the long term. You know, if I ever lost touch with my friends, God forbid, or they got out of it or whatever, and ended up just being me by myself. So this is going to be a low grade copy. Possibly a mid-grade. It's definitely a mid-grade, except for this one damaged spot on the cover. And it doesn't go through any of the pages, thank God. But I got TMNT number 7. And as you can see, there's a rip right here. So I think that's why my bid went uncontested. I missed this rip. And then there's spine wear. I don't know if you can see. You can see where it's frayed right here. Turn it so you can see, maybe see more. I did. Yeah, you can see all that, like the color rubbed off and stuff. And then like there's some damage right here on this corner. There's another color breaking band right here on this corner, you know, the rounded edges at the top. So yeah, I mean, this is mid-grade at best. It'd probably be in the 6.0 range, if not for this rip. However, I know nothing about grading. I've never sent nothing in and tried to develop my skill, something I'm working on, because I hate just eyeballing a book and really having no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to grading a book, although I feel like calling this a 6.0 at best without this rip is a fair grade. However, I'm just so happy that I got this book. And no, it's not one of those true color classics or whatever. So it is in the black and white. And it's the Real McCoy. It's volume 1, TMNT number 7. And what is significant about this book, you might say, is the origin of the Ninja Turtles. So this is a pretty big book, in my opinion, to have gotten for $15. I think Origins, you know, as people get priced out of first appearances, and you'll hear this on Jarno's video if you have seen his video or you plan on watching his video. People get priced out of those first appearances. You really see this with characters like Wolverine. They go to the next best thing, the origin. Marvel Comics presents 72, or the first solo ongoing series, Wolverine number 1. And so this could be something that people go to, you know, in the future. I can't believe it's only $15 right now. I'm surprised it's not caught on even further. But yeah, it's here. It's mine. I'm going to take it to Kevin Eastman to get it signed. Preferably, I would like to meet Laird and get Laird's signature. But I'm a super EGS fanboy. Super EGS fanboy. And Tony Trombetta just announced his proprietary slabs are going to be coming in July, which is huge for me. I've never slabbed a book largely because of that. However, the second reason I don't slab is because I like to get my books signed. I like to you know, I don't get into all that protecting my covers and all that. I care about sharing a moment with these creators and getting a signature in return and making some memories. That kind of personal experience matters to me. It's one of my favorite things in the hobby, besides reading books. I'm definitely going to crack this open and read it. Especially since it's definitely a reader copy. It's not like a 9.8 candidate. Didn't think it was when it came in the mail. Missed this rip, but you know, I'm not bummed out about it. It's still in great shape. And like I said, I brought up EGS. I might potentially send this in after I get it signed from Eastman. I might send it into EGS and get Tony to grade it and keep the condition as it is. I might try to wait for Laird's signature. However, EGS is not so expensive that, you know, I would crack it for another signature and then resubmit again a second time. We'll just have to see what happens in the future. I've got a lot of signed books, you know, I could send in before this anyways, just to experience the whole EGS slab experience. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I gave you some insight. I don't know anything about the origin of the turtles other than it's supposed to be a satire of Daredevil's origin. I have seen the origin done in the famous 90s cartoon that most people in their 20s and 30s probably grew up on, but I've never read it in the comic books, the official origin of the turtles. Now in my hand, so glad to have it. Till next time, guys.